Hey, what's up guys? This is Edwin Moles, and we're casting Game 1 of the best of 3 1v1 tournament between Chile and Doc Holliday. We can see Chile picked Lee Sin and Doc Holliday picked Yi. They did bans in chat, so we weren't able to see those. Here's Mundo. My friend Manticles is down here as Teemo. We're here to prevent the side lanes from pushing over towers while these guys duke it out in mid. Let's get some pro build going on here. I think I need... Well, who cares about me? So I can't see what Master Yi is bought, but I do have Manticles on the phone. He's going to text me what the buy is. However, I may actually see it before I get the text. So we see Lee Sin going boots in 3 pots. A strong opening on Lee Sin for a lot of maneuverability. Not going to help much against Master Yi because Master Yi just has the point-and-click Q. He's not trying to dodge skill shots or anything like that. Hold on, I have a text in, and seems that Master Yi has bought an Amplifying Tome and a Mana Pot. In a 1v1 situation, Amplifying Tome, he'll probably trying to be backing, probably going to try to back into something else. So it looks like Master Yi's strategy is going to be revolving around backing somewhere in the middle of this. So he actually does not want to kill Lee Sin right out of the bat. Whereas Lee Sin, on the other hand, with boots and 3 pots, is going to have a lot of sustain and can stay out for a much longer time than an Amp Tome Mana Pot. And there we go. There's Master Yi. So again, this is Chile, a good friend of mine, Doc Holliday, another good friend of mine from PSUP. This is the PSUP Esports in-house 1v1 tournament. This is the round 1. There's 18 players competing in this tournament, so there's going to be 9 matches in round 1, and we'll continue playing until it's Swiss rounds, excuse me, I should say that. So there'll be 2 points awarded for a win, 0 for a loss, and move over to the brush here. And we will play as many rounds as is necessary to narrow it down to 4 people for the semifinals. So the mini wave just met here in the middle. And looks like both players kind of taking a defensive stance, nobody going right up. We've got 2 melees too, so that's an important thing to point out. Not much harass going to be going on. Q goes off in on a creep, getting some last hits. Looks like both players playing pretty much normally as you would see them in a normal 5v5 situation. But as you can see, it's quite not that. Let's see. A lot of last hits being missed by either player, but again, in a 1v1 situation, last hits not as important. You know, how often are you actually going to get to spend that gold? So Master Yi pushing the wave with his Alpha Strike, not likely enough to get some actual damage on Lee Sin. Neither player have taken any damage yet, actually. Of course, Lee Sin without mana will be able to stay out longer. A lot of minion aggro goes on Lee Sin right there. Lee Sin's taking over 100 damage from minions right there. It's quite a lot of damage. Doc Holliday just backing off, having not been scratched yet. Alpha Striking again. Looks like Alpha Strike with the Amp Tome and the Mana Pot. We start to see his plan a little clearer. Push hard in the tower with Lee Sin, force him to back maybe. But pushing that wave really hard will allow him, Master Yi, I mean, to potentially back and buy somewhere during the course of this first 1v1. Nice dodge with the Alpha Strike, but we got a lot of damage going on the Master Yi from Lee Sin landing a Safeguard into a creep, then Tempesting, and then Resonating striking Master Yi. But there's the Meditate with the Amp Tome, bringing him back up to a healthy 552 health. So we're going to be seeing a lot of sustain going off. Interesting that, well, that's funny. Lee Sin just popped a pot, which would have been inefficient had Lee Sin not just taken more damage from that Alpha Strike. So, in that regard, Doc kind of giving him a hand in efficiency there. We have 2 pots left, and the Mana Pot already having been popped for Master Yi. Master Yi just trying to keep this lane pushed as hard as he can. Take some delicious water. Oh, that's good. Oh, Resonating Strike hits. He Qs in on top of the Meditate. Continues to auto-attack. Throws out the Tempest. And gets exhausted by Master Yi. And gets Q'd again by Lee Sin, taking a lot of damage. The creep wave far away from the players at this point. I neglected to mention summoner spells. Looks like we have Flash Exhaust on Lee Sin and a Teleport Exhaust on Master Yi. Unsurprising considering what we've already said about his strategy. If he's going to want to back, then the Teleport will allow him to do that more efficiently. in terms of his time. But right now, Lee Sin's getting a lot of lifesteal, a lot of creep kills, and a lot of experience that Master Yi is missing out on. We can even see, well, there's no level difference yet, but it's likely that that'll start pretty soon. Meanwhile, I should check. Looks like Teemo's here to keep away from pushing. I won't type. I want to distract the ultimate focus that these players are giving this game right now. Safeguard into Tempest on Master Yi. Master Yi taking some damage. Master Yi alpha striking to push back that wave. So far, though, pretty far pushed forward on Master Yi. When he backed, he got boots, and he got a couple more pots, but still has that amp tome. Interesting what he might want to build that amp tome into. Potentially a malady for pushing, for attack speed on the tower. Could turn into a Fiendish Codex for cooldown and mana regen. Could turn into a couple things. I think personally I'd take the Fiendish Codex, but to each his own. I'm wondering why Master Yi, if he was going to do this strategy, did not go with the Doran's Ring. Probably could have been a stronger buy, but we'll see how it plays out. Lee Sin tempesting those creeps, getting every single one off the tower. Well, at least most of them. Oh. It's auto attacks and creeps down there. Meanwhile, both players again being very very defensive. Basically, Lee Sin isn't aggressive, or at least this particular Lee Sin playstyle is not aggressive unless he lands a Q or can safeguard. I take that back. That was pretty aggressive stance he just took. Took a lot of damage though from Master Yi, but you will see that Master Yi's mana is almost out. And as I say that, of course, he pops a mana pot. Master Yi only having a total mana pool of 415. Oh, there it goes down again. But a mana pot will restore 1/4 of his mana, so that's quite a lot. Both players level 6 by now. Master Yi without enough mana to actually take advantage of his, but of course Lee Sin with his energy should be able to use his kick, his roundhouse kick pretty soon here. But at this moment, Doc Holliday having a huge health advantage on Lee Sin. Lee Sin, of course, not having backed yet, just popped his last potion, putting him at just boots. We see Master Yi in a good position in terms of health, a decent position in terms of mana. Just got a great alpha strike, instantly killed 2 creeps there, something like that, pushing the wave really hard, making it hard for Lee Sin to get last hits. Of course, last hits not as important, but if Lee Sin, see exactly the situation. If Lee Sin wants to get the lifesteal from his basic attacks, he has to take some minion aggro, so it's less efficient for him in terms of health there. I need to go top. Another alpha strike from Master Yi there. Again, I think that a Doran's Ring might have been strong. Would have given him the ability to alpha strike more often without having to buy mana pots. Also, the extra health would have been nice. Not as much AP, obviously. Lee Sin doing his best to push back, taking advantage of the fact that that Doc doesn't want to alpha strike with only 1 creep to target. Lee Sin back at a reasonable amount of health. Of course, Lee Sin still maintaining that lead. Actually, Lee Sin with a slightly less total health. I take that back. Sorry, slightly more total health as well. Should probably turn off Burning Agony. I think it just. Oh my god. Oh, stop. Okay. You know what? I'll just do this. There we go. Both players level 7 now. 8 minutes into the game. Already a pretty long level 1. Normally by level 6. Well, somebody dies. Normally a tower isn't quite taken by level 6, but looks like that's what this is probably going to turn into. I'm just going to guess with Lee Sin having flash. I'm guessing that we're probably going to see one of these players back and then the other one push the tower very hard. It's unlikely that they're actually going to go straight up in a fist fight against each other and somebody's bringing a sword to the fist fight anyway. But go up into a melee engagement and then one player win. Besides, they both have exhaust, so it'd be hard for that to happen. Nice Q on there, but Meditate reduces that damage nicely and gets Master Yi. I keep wanting to say Master Lee. Master Yi back to full health. Oh, the exhaust goes off on Lee Sin and he safeguards away. Safeguard OP, but that puts Chile at an uncomfortable 300 health versus Master Yi is over 1,000. Master Yi having decent enough mana regen to be able to keep pushing this lane, staying alive. Looks like Lee Sin's going to take the opportunity to back, but we'll watch for an Alpha Strike to come out on Master Yi as soon as he hits 100 mana, start pushing this lane back again. Actually, his Alpha Strike's going to cost more than that at this point. It's It costs 110 or 120. 120, I think. Watch him to do it. 110? Nah, it was 110. There he goes, and Master Yi takes the opportunity to back, actually within vision range of this creep, so giving Lee Sin the knowledge that he is back. Lee Sin has bought a longsword, a null magic mantle to reduce some damage from those Qs, as well as Mercury Strike. A lot of MR, actually up to 91 MR on Lee Sin right now. And the longsword, of course, to do more damage, and health pots because, well, Lee Sin doesn't need mana pots. My tower down there is taking some damage. Going to run down there. See that at this point, both players have, you know what, forget about gold. Forget about gold, it's not about gold. Lagging a little bit here, sorry guys. It's like both players are just trading Tempests and Alpha Strikes. Of course, Master Yi is going to be able to push this harder thanks to his ability to instantly nuke creeps. Yeah, again, quite a long game coming out of these two. As aggressive as they have been at times, overall it's been a very defensive game. Of course, now my top tower is getting pushed. Missed Q on Lee Sin there, but the Tempest goes off. But the Alpha Strike onto him, and he's got a lot of creeps behind him, Master Yi. But another Q misses, and the exhaust goes off on Lee Sin into a meditate from Yi. Interesting engagement. That was a lot of creeps to go up against for Lee Sin. He probably took an extra, like, 150 damage probably from those creeps. In addition to the fact that, wow, Master Yi's, Master Yi bought a Sheen. Missed that. Smart buy, though. Master Yi is out of mana again. This seems to be the situation they're currently in, and they're probably going to stay in until somebody finally wins this game. Is that Master Yi having the health advantage, but no mana. And we can see here, we can see Lee Sin abusing the fact that there is no mana on that Master Yi and just chasing him down. But unless he starts landing some Qs, it's going to be hard to actually deal enough damage to kill Master Yi. Oh, there's a safeguard in, and no Tempest to follow it up. I sure hope I'm using the right names for his abilities. There's a nice Q. There's a lot of damage. That's where all of Lee Sin's landing damage comes from. Very nice. And Doc pulls off the meditate a little bit too late. Regenerating a lot of health, but unfortunately not in enough time to negate a lot of the damage that Lee Sin just dealt. Lee Sin up a level from 10 to 9 actually right now, giving a slight advantage. Tower shot goes off on Lee Sin. Lee Sin feeling, you can tell that he feels in control of the lane now, much more than he has in that game. The Q that he got just earlier gave him a lot of confidence, a lot of a lane presence. He's got a nice stack of ranged minions behind him. Nice Alpha Strike goes off, take out a lot of those minions. Dodges a Q, does some damage to Lee Sin. It looks like we're back in the same situation we were before. No mana on the Master Yi, but a slight health advantage. Unfortunately, Master Yi doesn't think he wants to stick it out. He's going to back. Lee Sin's also going to back. Now, this is interesting. I'm talking really fast. This is interesting. I'm wondering why Lee Sin doesn't try to push this wave and make sure that Master Yi will miss the experience from this wave, because it's actually likely that Master Yi is going to teleport back in and get the experience from this wave. Anyway, ooh, interesting. So Lee Sin is backed into all the same items with a couple more pots and a elixir of fortitude. I've just gotten a level. Try see if I can avoid killing myself with masochism this time, or burning agony. I don't play Mundo, guys. There we go. Another Alpha Strike goes on. And we're back to the same situation. 13 minutes and 40 seconds into the game. Quite a long game. Missed Q. Let's see. Lee Sin is trying to clear these creeps. Master Yi's doing a decent job at making Lee Sin have to focus on creeps and not be able to focus on being aggressive, because with that Alpha Strike, looks like we have cooldown boots for Master Yi, so he really wants to push this hard, and he wants to do it often. Not if he's gonna have the mana to back up that investment. Missed Q on Lee Sin, and with nothing to safeguard. Gonna be interesting. An item I really like on Lee Sin in 1v1 situations. There's a Q, lands it, goes for the Tempest, does a lot of damage to an Alpha Strike in return, gets him to about even health. Master Yi pops the exhaust and the ult. Alpha strikes in, doing a lot of damage. Lee Sin running out, having popped a pot, but not gone so far as to hit the elixir yet. Is he going to Q in? Oop, I'm getting frame rate lost again. There's the meditate, putting Master Yi at a very nice amount of health. Lee Sin very low. So got the elixir, but Master Yi, if he knows what's coming, will be able to see it and keep that from happening. But we do have Master Yi's ult is down right now, as well as his exhaust, and we do know that that Lee Sin's ult and exhaust are up right now. So in case they do engage, also Master Yi having very little mana, Lee Sin could actually have an advantage. It would be in his best interest, I think, to actually try to press onto the Yi. Don't let Yi do this. Just auto attack, push the wave. You want it, you know he wants to push the wave anyway, and letting him use auto attacks to do it is just like getting him candy. It's exactly what he wants to do. He doesn't have to spend mana to auto attack. There's a little Q miss and goes in for the. Where's the Tempest? Nope. Backing off. A lot of passivity here. There's the Q. Lands in. Goes with the Tempest, and there's the Meditate. Chooses to keep auto attacking him. Why not? It's free. Free. Oh, there's a nice Q. Free lifesteal for the Lee Sin. A little safeguarding himself. And now the advantage seems to go back to Lee Sin, having recovered a lot of health recently. A lot of health quickly. Oh, hey. Alright, Lee Sin pushing in. Looks like Yi backed, but now is teleporting back in. Woof! Look at the towers here. We have, what is that, almost 200 damage? We're going to get about 200 damage on this tower. And, yeah, basically the same on this one as well. So in terms of pushing, both players have done equally well. Alpha Strike dodges the Q, does some damage to Lee Sin, which will be life stolen back up to full very quickly. There's another Alpha Strike. Misses Lee Sin, but gets the wave. Lee Sin just trying to tank the creeps. At this point with his safeguard on a low cooldown and a lot of life steal. Probably can do that with impunity. How's the CS actually doing? We have 96 on Lee Sin and 105 on Master Yi. Yeah, that's about right. Pretty even. Master Yi just getting a little bit extra edge with that instant kill. Safeguarding for a Tempest, doing some damage. Q hitting a creep, another Alpha Strike, and the wave's pushed again. We've got a health advantage for Doc. Doc having backed into a long sword and a mana pot. Still holding that out of that Sheen and boots, obviously. Still haven't seen. I'm wondering why this. I would have thought that this would be an aggressive buy, the Elixir of Fortitude, to allow him to tower dive with the extra health and do more damage with the extra damage, obviously. But he seems to be using it as a worst case scenario kind of thing. Looks like he bought the Elixir of Fortitude to keep him from dying. Interesting. I think that might be a little too passive because this Master Yi, I have the feeling, is eventually going to be able to get this tower down. Q misses very slightly. Lee Sin kind of throwing away some last hits here. I understand he wants the lifesteal, but he's going to get the same amount of lifesteal whether or not he gets the last hit in that situation or not. It's going to be the same number of attacks on the creep. There's a Q in for a Tempest. A lot of damage. Is he going to kick? Is he going to hit? Kick. Wait for it. He can kick him out of Meditate. That should be it. He's running the wrong way, taking a lot of damage. The exhaust goes off. There goes his ultimate. What a weird exchange. Q goes up and hits a creep instead. Master Lee. Lee Sin very low. Of course, trying to bait with the pot. That Alpha Strike misses him, and Master Yi is officially out of mana. Pretty bone dry there. But it looks like he's just going to be pushing. He's got full health. Not much to fear from Lee Sin right now. Oh, pops the E for the extra damage from the blade, but just letting the minions slowly damage the tower. We're down to 1,300 up here. Or down there, and so about a 300 damage lead on the tower's health, but out of 1,800, it's pretty small. There's the Q. Q's in for a Tempest. Master Yi, no mana with which to respond, but lots of damage on those auto attacks. Hits the E. Had just enough mana to get the E for the double damage, and Lee Sin looking not too healthy right here. Mana pots are gone for Master Yi. There's the Q in. And a lot of damage. He's going to kick. He kicks! Very low health on the Master Yi. Is he going to dive? No, he's not. Did he pop? He did pop the Elixir of Fortitude. So you got red, and now this is going to be interesting, because in this situation in the past, Master Yi has, or Lee Sin has backed. Oh, there comes the meditate. Recovering a lot of health on that. Oh, there it is. Yep, up to 1,000 health on Master Yi versus Lee Sin's 276. You have to back, take care of that. Master Yi farming a little bit. We'll probably see Master Yi back as well. Just guessing based on what he's done previously. No, he decides to push. Is that enough for an Alpha Strike? He will soon. He can do a lot of damage to the tower right now. Lee Sin, having back, has enough mana for a Ruby Crystal, a Hex Drinker, smart buy, a lot of MR up to, oops, wrong character selected, up to 103. Oh. I just popped W and R. So Master Yi pushing the wave. See, that was a really good play. He pushed the wave, so Lee Sin's going to miss the experience from that. It's going to deal more damage to the tower, and he's still going to have the time to back and be back in lane by the time he needs to. So that's almost half of that tower's health. We're at 20 minutes and 30 seconds now at this point. Quite a long game. Both power. It's interesting because in the first game of best of 3, you normally see the wackiest things. People aren't scared. People aren't too scared of trying interesting things. But these players are both being very solid, very chill. Master Yi obviously coming into this game with the intent of winning. I mean, potentially by killing, but with the teleport, definitely indicative of the fact that he likes to push. Master Yi now has, building towards a Triforce, we have a Phage, and then looks like he's going to be building, this fight is interesting. Oh, there's a lot of damage bursting coming out of Chile's Lee Sin with the kick and the Q. That was excellently played. I didn't even see it coming. All right, good game. We're moving on to game 2.